Thank you.
Now I'm recording. I hope that everybody can see my screen right now. Thank you very much for participating to our online meeting of the Global CoVes this morning. As you see from the screen, we encourage everybody to contribute to the minute writing. I have already posted in the chat box of this platform the link to access the document that we have prepared to collect the minutes of this meeting. This meeting, as you know, is held under the Skillman Alliance initiative in partnership with AER, Cumulus, IVETA, and EAPRIL. We are expected to organize 36 webinars according to the project in the period 2020-2021 under the framework of the Skillman. And today's webinar is actually in line with the collection and circulation of information on European funds opportunities that we're sharing today with our partners. Today is actually our 12th online meeting of the Global CoVes. Today is the 17th of September 2020. So please help contributing with the writing of the minutes. That again, you will find the link in the chat box that I've posted here. Thank you very much. We can officially start actually, Giovanni.
Thank you very much to everybody to be here. I have already shared my screen. I don't know, probably it's not working. Do you see my screen, Valentina?
No, now you have to share it again because I was sharing.
Okay, I share again. Okay. Okay. So I have some slides to help to introduce the discussion. As you know, we have received the evaluation of the candidature for the Global CoVes initiative. The Global CoVes initiative is a quite large group of members of the Skillman network members that gave the availability to create local identification of local resources to create the local CoVes, Centers of Vocational Excellence. The proposal was built under participative process started from the conference, even before of the Skillman International Conference Forum in October, and was built with the continuous meetings and distant working collaborative approach to the proposal design, and was finally presented in February. We received the evaluation that was not positive, and then we have thought that at the next call in February we will propose again the submission to the Commission of our Global CoVes initiative. In the same time, we are checking what are the what is the state of the art of the individual CoVes work on territory, and we have already some partner that has sent us information about initiatives that occurred in the period of February until today. Now we are setting an advocacy campaign that asks to involve all the individual CoVes, because what we have considered regarding the received evaluation is that the quality of the project was considered very high. Evidently, we have missed some lobby activity, some promotion of our ideas and principles that didn't allow us to succeed in the competition. The competition was very high, I think, because only 10% of the proposals were selected, 5 proposals, but they received 48 eligible applications. So the score of our proposal was 85. That is a quite high value, but it was not enough. So if you read the evaluation remarks, you can understand that what is necessary is not to improve too much the technicalities, because even in the evaluation report, there are no indications that can be followed to improve so much the proposal by the technical part. So we will try anyway to make even a better proposal, but in our modest opinion, the proposal was very good. In fact, in the evaluation for the ones that have not read the report, all the words that are spent to describe our proposal are more than positive. Only the last line contains some justification of a reduced score that is not connected to concrete points. It's just some mentioning of low attention to a certain point, but that's not a real negative evaluation. Anyway, we will do our best altogether to improve the quality of the proposal too. The second call is expected for February 2021. We have more probably, we expect probably more competitors, more interest, because it's not anymore a piloting call, will be, and probably also some plagiarism, because our contents that are very innovative are spread everywhere, and it's possible that people get inspiration from our innovations. So we need to introduce some new innovation, but we already have ongoing collection of innovation.
Let me say short, 85 out of 100, that's a really, really high score. I must say it's unbelievable that we haven't been approved.
Yeah,
like that. And I must say it must be really difficult to improve our application. Yeah. In my opinion, it's all about bad luck.
It's a strategy. If you read the evaluation, you can clearly understand that is a strategy. When there is a readjustment of the scores because of different interactions and considerations, you can understand that our proposal must be completed with a clear and effective advocacy campaign. This is the reason why we are today. I will introduce you the idea, then I will reserve for this interaction on this idea time from 11:30 to 12 o'clock. So please let me finish this introduction, and then I will give you the floor to continue with the group consideration. The actors of these advocacy campaigns that we have envisaged are the members of the Global CoVes consortium and their upper level reference. The aim of this activity that we have to do all together is to gain success for the new application and to do not have the same frustration seeing that our best proposal is not prized because of other reasons. So one aspect that we have available to make our advocacy campaign is that we have a clear ethical engagement. Our is a sectoral skills model which includes sustainability and ethical values. We have to make a short description and declaration on this, and we have to ask to parliament of the European members of the European Parliament or other relevant stakeholders to subscribe our ethical engagement. We have designed a system that put together the TVET, the business, the industry, and the research world with universities and research labs. So we have to promote these aspects as a characteristic of our CoVes. This is also included in the call, so this is not something innovative with respect to the other competitors, but we have a unique approach to the smart specialization platforms at the regional level, that is the promotion of the skills anticipation wave that is our only unique approach in this regard, because we have created this. So this is another strong point that we can promote, especially when we interact with the regional stakeholders or with even European stakeholders that we want make to become aware that we have a special approach to the smart specialization environment to extract information that then we are able to reinsert, to input into the VET circuit to provide with a skills enhancement process to provide the right workforce at the right time in the labor market. The other aspect that distinguishes us against the other proposals is that we have a skills anticipation wave that is the implementing of a tested method that is designed by ILO CoVes School of Management for a skills foresight analysis. So we already have declared this. We have a system that is not anymore the one of the ILO School of CoVes because we have adapted this approach of focus groups to make the skill foresight exercise using a digital tool to act at distance. So we have a special software to manage this process. In the next weeks, you will also be involved in this kind of exercise, asking to your individual CoVes to take part to this focus group, to learn how this method works, to learn and to implement together the tools, the digital tools that we have set to make these skills anticipation, and then to implement at your level if you will like this. The other tool that distinguishes our proposal is the SAT, the Skillman, the self-assessment, the Skillman self-assessment tool mechanism. This is also unique proposal that we have formulated and we have drawn using Lime survey technology. We have produced a survey that you have contributed to with your information to perform. And then we have got a mapping of the current global or the current CoVes that participated to this first step analysis. In the next weeks, you will be asked to contribute again in extending the power of the tool, adding more questions, more variables, and in parallel, we will work for the digital development of the tool, making it as a real self-analysis instrument, because now the graphics, the charts were elaborated manually using the data extracted from the survey. We will have as a target to have a complete self-working instrument. The other strong point that belongs to our proposal is that we do not invent other tools like the ones that we have already said, because we promote the implementation of existing European tools. For this reason, our consortium is in direct collaboration and contact with European bodies like the SELFI, the VET Toolkit for Tackling Early Leaving of CEDEFOP, the IAFA, and others. And now we have already also signed an official memorandum of understanding for collaboration with the European Training Foundation that is supporting us in expanding our reputation and the knowledge of the activities that we do, proposing also to their own members to join our initiatives. So this is also a very strong point that we have in front of the other competitors, because we collect all these interactions with such important European bodies, including yesterday, for example, we had a meeting to set the same memorandum of understanding even with the International Labour Organization that belongs to United Nations too. Okay, this was the composition of the CoVes. We see that there is only by the Czech Republic side a not very equilibrated distribution, but this was not noted in the evaluation report. And so there is only a comment that is related to the high number of Italian partners. And so we are thinking probably to propose the integration with 1 or 2 additional countries to re-equilibrate a little bit the number of the partners within the consortium. Now, we have in front an advocacy strategy that we want to implement. This strategy is definable, identifying targets, contents, the period, the reliability of the speakers, of the actors of the strategy, and the aim that we want. In terms of targets, we need to fix very well in front of us that there is a decision level that is taken by the head of the Erasmus Plus departments of the EASEA. So all that we are going to plan together to make this advocacy campaign, advocacy strategy must be based on the idea that all the information have to arrive at that bubble, the bubble where the decisions are taken by the head of the Erasmus Plus department of EASEA. We have to bomb this office with our information and inputs from now to March, April, June, better July of the next year. If the timeline will be confirmed, that will be the period for the decisions, and we won't be considered not as it happened in the last turn, but for what we are, with a fabulous technical proposal that is decided by a very strong commitment to influence the policy arena at European international level. So the period, I said, is now on until February, but I would add here, maybe better to change the slide for the next times, to July, because the period from the presentation of the proposal to the end of the evaluation is also a sensitive period. The reliability that we have as a potential reliability that we can express is given to the individual members' reliability. So this is not given to the Global CoVes as a network, as a consortium. This is given to the sum of the individual reliabilities. It is necessary that you invest your own reliability in this mission. If you don't do it, we don't get success. And the success is to gain more reputation as Global CoVes initiatives, but financial support, because we missed the first round, and this is a really pity, because we need to postpone everything of 1 year. Hopefully that we will succeed in 2021. The tools that we are disposing at your availability are not so much, but effective. So we will have a shared list of targets. We will make it in Airtable. It's not ready yet, but we will share with you as soon as possible. You will have the list of the offices and persons that must be targeted, must be addressed with our individual CoVes initiatives. You will have templates that will be like slides, the abstract of Global CoVes initiatives, text presentations for letters and communication and requests. You will have a backstopping activity. Every week we will organize a short brief to discuss and to interact, to reinforce the activities and to make a crossing initiatives if possible and necessary. The the Global CoVes members will be the starring actors of this. So you will have to put your role in front. Then we will have the officiality of this advocacy campaign, crossing links among the Skillman site that hosts the consortium and your sites. So we will ask you to make a page or a section or whatever you think possible and useful to identify that there is a local CoVes with the same brand, same looks, same words, and you will link this to the Skillman Global CoVes site, and in the reverse we will have this cross-link exercise that must be done in the next days. Then the aim is to promote your CoVe, promote Global CoVes. This is the mission. I have here some example, and I'm going to close even before 11:30 because I see that I was very quick. So the example, for example, the example I have is make presentation. So you have to contact the target organizations or directly the target persons in charge of these organizations like IASEA or other, the commissioner office or whatever, and you have to set a presentation with the excuse to present your individual CoVes. In this regard, of course, presenting the individual CoVes, we will present the CoVe philosophy, the Global CoVes philosophy, and we will promote our cause. So together, you will have the Secretariat support, you will ask to make a presentation of your CoVe, and then we will have the possibility to introduce through the Secretariat presence also a view, look up on the Global CoVes initiative at international level. The adhesions, for example, we will provide this ethical declaration, and we will be able to ask to our counterparts or parliamentary members. This is valid for national parliamentary members, European parliamentary members, European commissioners, whoever you think that can give visibility to our proposal, and you will be able to ask to make an adhesion, official adhesions to our ethical campaign. And the mission is to include ethics in curricula design results. Then we can have online flash mobs. That means not to make any confusion when there is an event. But for example, just to give you a concrete example, in October there will be an event connected to the regions and cities event organized by European Commission with a lot of webinars. There is one webinar, one conference is on the specific topic of CoVes. Nobody has invited us. Don't worry, we can subscribe to the event from different organizations, and we can just put our name plus Global CoVes Consortium. So if 10 of us do the same thing, they will have in the list of participants the Global CoVes Consortium that will appear 10 times from 10 different countries. This is just an example of online flash mobs. When possible, when it is organized, for example, that we can have speech or at least we can have, for example, activation of the camera. Good, we can put instead of the name, we can put the logo, the picture of the logo Global CoVes. We will create one logo that can be used together instead of the picture. Like when you do the same in your Facebook profile, for example, you publish the picture of someone else that you want to promote. The same we can do in these online occasions. There are several webinars that are running on internet. So you can, for example, discover one occasion, share this occasion with the other CoVes, and we together, we come to make this flash mob on webinar. Then we can ask for support letters to high-level stakeholders. This can be done at local, regional, and national level. Ask to your presidency in your region to make a letter that says that this CoVe in my territory is relevant and we wish that will be supported by the European Commission. Then we can send a specific letter to targets to underline the relevance of global CoVe. So what we can do is not only to collect declarations from stakeholders, but we can also send these letters to the targets. So not only ask for us to present to them the CoVes and characteristics, but also sending a written letter, official letter that says, this is our CoVe, this is connected to a consortium of CoVes, we want to be promoted by you. And then finally, we can produce information that can be shared within the CoVe consortium, the Global CoVes consortium, and we can publish as a Skillman in our site. In the Skillman site, there is big traffic, and we can also use channels on LinkedIn and so on to promote your own individual activities. Just a small example, we have Rossella Brindani here with us. They have ended recently a process, and they have set a local new aggregation of partners under the digital flag for innovation, and is an official district on digital innovation or something like this. So we have to promote this because it's a result of their efforts as a CoVe entity. So we will publish this information in our websites, and it will be connected with the CoVe continuous activities that each individual CoVe is running on in its territory. No, this is time 11:28, so I'm going to finish. I said exactly what happened, that I was going to give you the floor starting from 11:30. So the question for you is, do you have more ideas that we can integrate? What are your reactions? I wish to hear your voice to say, yes, we are engaged, we confirm the participation, and this will be our mandate for the next month. In parallel, we will work for technicalities, we will work to improve the quality of the proposal. Of course, there will be also a big work to rewrite the proposal in the new templates and with the new information and so on, with all the updates, but I think that this is not the first relevant problem, as instead I wish that you will contribute with your own individual efforts to make this advocacy campaign together. Thank you very much for your attention. Now, please open your microphone and interact as you wish. Manos, voluntary man from Greece, please.
Hello, I take voluntary the floor.
Yes, because we have short time, so.
Yeah, okay. Yes. First of all, I agree with your approach. Let me reflect on a couple of things. The first is that I also read the evaluation report from European Commission about the proposal. Indeed, it is obvious that the proposal was very good. And I think there were only 3 or 4 observations from which a couple of them are nothing important. So I don't understand these points. And I would keep only a couple of things that we need to improve. But of course, it makes sense that every proposal can be even better improved. So I believe that just improving a couple of things, among them the one that you mentioned about that the majority, the balance between Italian CoVes and the rest, but I think this is very manageable. And also about the total number maybe of the participants. I think these are technicalities that we can work all together with some ideas to improve. Now, concerning what it should be done, of course, we need to move forward in a political level. We know that the competition is very high. If I remember well, we needed at least 90 points in order to be approved, and we had 85. So I think these 5 to 6 points are the ones that we can get from the consultations with officials, not only from the proposal itself. Concerning the next actions that you described, I think that they are on the right way. I also agree that we have to plan very frequent, continuous, periodic meetings, which, in my opinion, not only on global CoVes level, but also one-on-one from your CS team with each country, in order to make, because usually 1 hour or half an hour is not enough to discuss all of these things, one by bilateral, also online meetings between US coordinator and the local CoVes, the country-based CoVes, in order to see progress, plan further activities, and have the opportunity to elaborate some things further. And finally, I confirm that we are committed and we are going to support this effort.
Thank you. Just to add one information for all the colleagues that are, I see we are numerous. We have already set the list of all European parliaments. We have all the emails of them, around 700, I don't remember exactly. So we will launch soon an official communication to all of them to make concretely what we have listed here, asking to them to subscribe our ethical declaration and to join our cause. So this can be sided by your own support, addressing your own national representatives, because for each country you will have so a restricted number of European parliamentary members that can be addressed. Please.
Giovanni, ciao, hello to everybody. So I confirm our commitment to the new call and so on, submitting our new project. I think.
Rosella, sorry, can you introduce yourself? You belong to the CoVes of
Reggio Emilia. Sorry. Yes, we are a business school, a vet provider, and we belong to Confindustria system. We are one of the school of Confindustria, and Confindustria is the biggest association of enterprises that we have in Italy. And we are also the ones that during this time from February to up to now, and we are still working on it, we have settled a sort of digital district with our own resources. And I think this is a good example, because if I remember well, one of the main characteristics to consider a CoVE a center of excellence is to show, to demonstrate that the area, the territory is already working to become a center of excellence. So the CoVE haven't to wait for, to be funded, but they have to show that they are already working on it. And this is what we are doing. Coming back to your presentation, it was a very nice presentation that gave me a lot of motivation to work. And we will for sure follow your this advocacy campaign. But I think that we have to do it in a very in a format, in a kind of format that and in this way our format can easily be recognized when we present ourselves on social media, or when we will get in touch with our policymaker and so on. So thanks, Giovanni. Very, very good work.
Thanks to you for your nice words. Please, class.
Yeah, hello. I'm representing a regional training provider in Sweden, and I must thank you also, Giovanni, for the excellent presentation. And what I've done in my region is that I've produced or I included a sub project to a social fund project dealing with vocational training in our region. So I have a sub project called the Global CoVes in that project. So that could be something for others to, if you haven't done that yet, that could be an idea to include a global CoVe in existing social fund projects, if you have any. But that's the way we handle things in our region.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm asking to Jakub if he's on to unmute and to give some word, even the camera, even if the camera is not on.
Okay, I will turn on even the camera.
Thank you very much.
Hello guys, I'm Jakub Skaba from Czech Republic. I'm representing here Association of SMEs, small and medium enterprises of the Czech Republic, and also the craftsmen. Although we joined the project consortium at a very late stage, after I went through the proposal, I have to say congratulations, it was a great job. Unfortunately, it was not successful finally, but I would say it's a very good starting point to be successful in next period. Our association is very active in vocational education and training. We have a strong network of cooperating schools together. So this issue is very critical for us, and we are very interested to take an active part of the project proposal for next call. And since we were not involved so intensively in preparatory works in the last stage, last call, I would say we are ready to support and increase the chances of project proposal on our side, to provide you all our support and what we can do for the success. So thank you once again for your job. It was an enormous load of work, I can imagine, because we were in past also involved in preparatory of different project proposals, and I know what is it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jakub. So other comments? We still have 20 minutes in front for proposal or ideas how to interact. I don't know if you have in mind to make all these activities that I have presented or some one of these. Maybe you can stress your characteristic and say we will focus more on adhesions, for example, than on presentations. Or, for example, we have a good relationship with some European Parliament member or some commissaire. We can reach the level of the commissaire. We can organize a meeting to present the initiative to the commissaire. For example, we have Arter. I have here, I see here Lara. And so, for example, we can organize in Brussels a meeting. We can invite the political level or even the operational level with the officers from the European Commission. Or we can organize this online in a simple online meeting. That's all we have as possibilities in front. So I'm curious to know your ideas, or maybe it's too early with your reactions. Anyway, I see a long list of participants. So someone that won. That is Maria Pascual. Okay. Please.
Hi everybody. Hi there. Can you see me?
Yes, Maria.
All right, because I cannot see myself right now. Well, I come from the Regional Ministry of Education in the government of Catalonia. We were also partners in this project. Well, thanks for this meeting. It's been really interesting, and the presentation really visual, and you, I think, dealt with all the key points. And I think that we are a great partnership, because there are partners from every corner in vocational education. I mean, competent institutions, company side, also vocational training centers. So we have training, we have the ones who have to decide on the curricula and the companies. And I think that maybe for the next call, we should give importance to why we are such a partnership. How can we anticipate the skills in every partner country, and why are we working together? Why is Catalonia working with Italy and Sweden, blah, blah, blah? So what tools and what methods do we use to anticipate the skills needed in our region for a prosperous economy in these difficult times, and how can we work digitally all together? I think, because I think that one of the priorities for the next call is digitalization, and how we can be connected even more. How and why, I think we have to stress that. Well, that's our opinion and our view on the next call.
That's clear. Thank you very much for your suggestion. I would like to add to your words that this can be an ingredient for the advocacy campaign too, that we can promote how and why we are collecting this partnership, and what are our tools. Like I introduced, our tool for skill for site exercise is unique and is based on a tested tool that is becoming from ILO Skolkovo research. So think that we have all the ingredients, and the reason why we were not prized are not related to these ingredients. We need to have more visibility and to make people to understand that our proposal is containing all these ingredients. So you are right, there is a very large, interesting, I think, good partnership. So we don't miss anything at the moment. Of course, we will have to rebalance a little bit the composition. We don't want to exclude anyone. Probably this will mean for all of us to accept a little reduction of the budget in some case, because we will have to redistribute the energies too, and the access to new partners. I think everything is quite easy to be faced. So
thank you.
Thank you very much to you, Maria.
Sorry, Giovanni, may I add something? Maybe we can also stress the fact that some of the partners, for example, Catalonia, I have been working with Maria since 4 years, Maria, 5 years.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it's a kind of consolidated partnership, because some partners know each other and they have already worked together and so on.
Yeah. I think that it's not a case, apart with Jakub, to be honest, but our organizations that compose and the network have cross interactions from long time, of course, at least with that. Anyway, we have so different kind of bodies that are representative. We have regions, we have national offices. So it's very, very rich partnership, of course. There is any?
Yeah, I have a question. Joao Santos. I think that Joao Santos is a kind of gray man behind everything. And l'eminenza grigia, I can't understand this term in English. I can't translate, sorry, this term in English. But don't you think we can share with them our proposal before submitting it? So try to get in touch with them and so on.
Rossella, this is part of the list of targets that we will provide.
Okay.
Joao Santos is one in the list. I completely agree with some of your considerations. You have to know that Joao Santos is one of the main targets that we have already addressed for advocacy and reputation in the past period, but there are clear positions that appear in front of us just looking at what happened when we organized the Skillman International Forum and when the other competitors organized their own conferences. So for 3 years, Joao Santos has refused to participate to the Skillman International Forum and has not sent anyone in replacement of him. So the main target that we move at this level is to address Michel Grommer, that is the head of the office of Joao Santos, and to try to enter by another door where it's at the moment difficult to enter with the normal door. Yes, then we have to address all, I go back to the bubble, if you remember, in my presentation. We need to address all the referents that are connected with this bubble, because the bubble is not only one person, even if one person has a lot of power, of course, as you said, I agree with you, but there is a decision that is taken negotiating with other offices and other persons. Another very specific address where we have to knock the door is the GRC offices. So we know there are different players that interact. We need to knock many doors, and mostly to show also our capacity of influence with the European Commissioner and with the European Parliament members. That's the arena we have to play. These political level stakeholders must be addressed, because we did a very good proposal by technical point of view, but we missed to involve the political level. And the result, I think, is the evidence of this not proper strategy that we have deployed together in the last proposal period. So now we have this challenge to increase our reputation, to make this advocacy campaign, and we have all the tools, all the things, because now we have not to run to write the proposal, because the proposal is already written. So we now have just to increase the quality, improve the quality, and improve the visibility of our individual CoVes. We have to act in a way that the people will understand that these CoVes exist in the reality, and they are asking to be supported by European Commission. That's my idea. Any other comment? Otherwise, we can also close before the end time.
Hi, Giovanni. Julian here from IVETA Europe.
Good morning, Julia. This is the president of IVETA.
No, vice president. But thank you very much for the very interesting presentation. And I think, yes, it's very important for us to do all the things that you've put down in the advocacy strategy. I also think to simplify all the key objectives and what we hope to do in a landing page. I think it would be useful for people to be able to see this, and maybe we should produce a very simple brochure, maybe like an A4 folded into half or something like that, that we can give out to people, because sometimes when you give all these big ideas to people, it just goes over their heads. So if you give them something to hold, something they can refer back to later on, I think it might be something that's useful.
Yeah, that's right. Regarding the landing page, we have already registered two domains. That is globalcoves.eu and globalcove.eu, with and without S, final S. Yesterday, during the meeting with ILO UNESCO, I said this during the meeting, and the counterpart said me that the globalcove.eu were not working, but it was very surprising for me, because it's a normal Google site. So at the moment it contains only the abstract, but of course that we can quickly change and make it like a landing page, as you said, and we can use for this purpose. Regarding the brochure, we already have several slides, and we can pick parts of the slide and make just a front and rear page that can be used in PDF and circulated as we want. This will be, thank you for the suggestions, Julian. This will be done in the next days and will be circulated with all of you. To make this advocacy campaign, we will use a specific room in base camp, so you will be invited. If you have not yet been invited, you will be invited to join this room, where you will find all the resources and the possibility to interact with the forum and so on, like we are now doing with the peer learning clips. Okay, if there are no other requests for talk.
Well, maybe Giovanni, I can say just, I mean, it's an information, maybe as an opportunity.
Lara, who belongs to the...
sorry, Lara Porciotti from ARTER, that is a regional organization from Emilia-Romagna, Italy. Bologna will host the Triple Helix Summit in November. That of course will be virtual this year, this edition. And at the moment there are deadlines for paper and workshop proposal. So maybe I can share with you, Giovanni and Valentina, the link for the proposal deadline and application. So maybe if someone from the network and the consortium would like to present a sponsored workshop, this can be a good opportunity because you have companies, university, and different European associations that are working on the triple helix model. So maybe I think that could be.
That's good. Just one question. It's possible to organize an entire webinar or just to ask to join an existing event?
No, you can organize the workshop. It's but it's a sponsored workshop. So depending on the different proposal and different application, there are different way of engagement. But for example, the workshop can be a Global CoVes workshop in the summit. So it will be a webinar, of course. Can be you can organize or apply for poster, for academic papers, and so on.
It's clear. Okay. In this case, just to put this information together with the strategy that I have envisaged, in this case, the steps could be this. We share the information among the CoVes of the Emilia-Romagna region. Then we try to set up a webinar in this, within this bigger event of triple helix topic that involve a presentation of our two members, two CoVes in Emilia-Romagna region, sided by the Skillman Secretariat that promote the general information about the consortium Global CoVes, and trying to invite to this event some specific stakeholder that belongs to the target list. That means this EASEA office, JRC office, etc. So good, if you can circulate the information with our three members, the Secretariat and the two CoVes, then we try to set together this webinar or another kind of presentation if we see that could be not possible or whatever. Thank you very much. The same is expected in all the other regions and countries. So we do not have at central level the capacity to identify any list of national parliamentary members, ministries, or other kind of politicians that can be addressed even at regional level. So this is in charge to you to identify your counterparts that can be sensitive to receive our information. The most important is that we join every time that we contact one of these people, we put together, we join this occasion with one of our targets, because remember, it's not your local administrators or regional or national political members that decide on our success. So it's a matter to increase the reputation, showing to our main targets the decisions are taken by the head of the Erasmus Plus department of the EASEA, to show them that we have a political influence at regional, national, international level. So in case we don't have this contemporary presence, we then need to promote the knowledge of what we have realized with the event to these targets that we have as main target in front. We have to remember that the information has to arrive at this bubble. All the informations have to arrive to the bubble and can arrive asking to them to participate to the event so they see what happened, or if this is not possible, to bomb them with the information with the event that we have just before deployed. Okay.
Sorry, Lara, do you know the date of the event?
Yeah, it will be on the from the 24th to the 26th of November. And the deadline to present a workshop will be mid-October, the 15th.
Okay.
Thank you very much to take part to this meeting. Now on, the collaboration will continue using a Basecamp platform and having recurrent meetings to both individual level among one or more CoVes, area CoVes and the Secretariat, and also with recurrent meetings like this, where we put together more CoVes upon your time and our time availabilities, and the characteristics and the meaningful of the events that we are going to present, and the time frame that we have to stress. So thank you very much.
Yeah, Giovanni, before closure, I just want to thank you for your efforts, and also from Germany declare our interest and commitment for further proposal. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sadullah. So,
Giovanni, just one thing from my side as well before closing, because I saw in the chat box that someone had some microphone problems or other technical issues. I just want to say that this, the video of the meeting now will be uploaded on Airtable, along with the minutes of the meeting. So you will find all the information there to share also with the partners who were not able to attend today's meeting.
okay, anyway, there will be no problem, because we are available for all partners to have individual follow-up meetings, individual directional meetings, individual consultancy support meetings. So no problem. Each one of you that are in front of a situation that need interaction and support at the global level, at the Global CoVes level, and the Skillman Secretariat level, we are available in the next weeks. Maximum efforts will be given by our team to promote the initiative that is very valuable and need to be approved finally. We have to implement a very strong campaign. Thank you very much. Thank you. So bye-bye to everybody.
Have a nice day. Bye.
We hear some bell.
It's my fault. I'm sorry. I live next to a freaking church.
It's nice. It's nice. Bye-bye. Thank you. Ciao.